My name is Monica Stites. I moved down here about 2 years ago with my family from Connecticut. My background has always been in production for television and film and post-production. But moving down here was to get away from all of that and actually concentrate more on my family and give them a better life of parents being around than how it was back home. I come from a Cuban-Italian family, so big families are big, so moving down here without family has been a very interesting getting used to it. It's a culture shock for us. But 2 years, almost 2 years down, and at the end of the day, as long as my kids are happy, that's all that matters. I have two beautiful kids, and I know all parents say that about their children, but mine are beautiful inside and out. Both of my kids are lucky to be a part of the Children's Center. I have Carly, who will be 3 next month in November, and she's in Miss Michelle's class, Pelicans. She was a very shy one starting here back in Miss Tanya's class, and Children's Center basically helped get her out of her shell, and she's now, I think, more talkative than my son and I, but she's definitely a social butterfly now. And then I have Logan, who just turned 5 in June. He's right now in the virtual class here. Even before he started preschool, he did you guys for daycare and then does the summer camps here. I love to have my kids always stay in the same place together. They're very close. They're very blessed to have two kids that actually are best friends, which makes less fights at home. But Logan's a wonderful big brother, and he always takes care of his little sister, and she looks up to him. And those are my little babies. Before the Children's Center, we were back in Connecticut. I worked in Manhattan, so my commute, between my commute and my hours was insane, but I did have a daycare up there that, a wonderful place they went to, KinderCare. My son Logan has actually been going there since he was 3 months old when my maternity leave ended, and he went there full time. And then I was on maternity leave for Carly, and then when that was over, she started going there as well. So my kids actually have always been, in a way, in a social environment. Logan much more, because I only had Carly at daycare for maybe 3 months until I decided to finish work and spend a year as a home mom. So Carly actually got to have me longer than Logan, because I was a stay-at-home mom for a year. So I realized that doing that, actually, that's how, when we came here, it made it hard for her to get used to being in a daycare environment, where Logan, he picked it right up. I mean, that kid, since 3 months old. But yeah, luckily I had a daycare to go to back in Connecticut. But then when we moved down here again, I staying at home for a little bit until I decided to go back to work, because I needed a social life. My kids, you can only take them for so long. I heard about the Children's Center just through research. We moved down here. We don't know any friends or family. I really didn't have a group of moms I can go to. I actually posted on a Facebook mom page and asked if anybody knew. At that time, I was looking for work, so I didn't know. We live in Bluffton, so I was looking for work in Bluffton or on the island. So I actually needed to make sure that wherever I found work would be a daycare around. Luckily, I was able to get a job here on the island. So when I did the orientation here, I fell in love with this place. Every class I went to, the teachers were so welcoming. They were just, you can feel the love here. And I went to a couple of other places, and I would go home to my husband and be like, I don't think I'm going to have any luck finding a good place. Some of those places, you're just like, there's no way I'd have my kids go here. But it was the second I came here, and again, it was, I think it was actually a dad actually had posted that his kids come here. And the second I walked in, it was the same feeling I got with the daycare back in Connecticut. You just feel that love. And I knew right away, I was like, I got to get my kids on this waiting list. I'm like, they're coming here. And luckily, it worked out that as soon as I started work, the opening happened here. And so my kids have been here now for, come February, will be 2 years. If we hadn't found the Children's Center, especially in today's norm, I honestly, I don't know where we would be. When I was able to finally find the Children's Center to go back to work, Carly, my daughter, was very attached to me, and it took weeks for her to finally not cry when I would drop her off. And if it wasn't for you guys getting her out of her little shell, I don't think that she would have the social skills that she has right now. It was the same with Logan, but on a different level. Logan was always very social. Him starting here actually helped him when he was time for preschool. Miss Val's class would teach him things that I didn't know where they should be at a certain age, like what's their milestone. You guys helped him get ready for it because he suffers a little bit with ADHD and concentration. You guys helped him concentrate, help him get to where he should be for preparation in preschool. It definitely was a good feeling knowing that I can leave my kids here and they would get not just the education they need depending on their age, but the love and care and nurturing. I would come and pick up Carly and you just see her running to me, Mom, like so happy. I never had to worry about what would happen when I would walk away. I know that she would be as loved here as she is at home. I see it with teachers, Miss Alicia, Miss Michelle. I mean, Carly at home would tell me how much she loves them. So for a child at that age to say, I love my teacher, you know it is genuine. And then when COVID hit, it was, what am I going to do with my kids? You know, it's a household where we both work and we don't have family here, really. We don't have friends here. And if you guys didn't offer that virtual class for Logan, it would have to be where I would have to quit my job. I would have to quit my job to be able to school my son. And then what would happen to our household? You know, you guys took a lot of the stress off, stress that luckily I don't have to think about. And it makes me feel so blessed and thankful that I don't know what other families are going through, but it definitely made it easy for us to not have one thing not to think about, not to worry about. You guys, the things you guys do for the kids between the carnivals you guys do, the trunk or treats you guys do on weekends when you guys do the happy feet. You guys are always doing things for the kids. And my kids, I don't think there's ever a day where they say that they don't like coming here. And that speaks for itself. It definitely does. And I thank you guys with all my heart for giving a second home for my kids to go to.